better, this nation better.
Charlotte was
All right,
live.
can y'all say it? We probably won't be able to hear y'all, but look, we'll hear voices. What do you think? All right, more. Come on. Revolution.
Beat the rich.
What else can we do, y'all? Anything else? Huh? Vote him out.
What, you got any ideas? What do we do?
Something I'm going to share with them.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah, we can do shit. Y'all, we have power. That's what I learned. Set abolish the Senate. Thank you.
Abolish the Senate? What she said?
All right, lovely. I would love to hear that. All right, so there are so many doors we can walk through. Unlimited. So many possibilities. Let's change the world.
That's what they do, is they get people in these fights brave to brave ourselves. People who aren't afraid to talk about changing the world. Make them follow. Look at her hat.
Old betting hat?
No, it's the Bob's Burgers.
Oh,
It's the little girl who's in Bob's Burgers.
yeah.
There's another one. There's a whole crew of them.
There is a history of repeated
Of those hats?
Yeah, over there, there's a
all
whole
having
group
in
of people.
direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused to dissent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance unless suspended in their operation till the dissent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has held together legislative bodies in places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the repository of their public records for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with their measures. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states for that purpose, obstructing the laws of naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of land. He has effected to render the military independent of and superior to civil power. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coast, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act
far
which
away
may
from
define
that.
a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of free people. Sounds eerily familiar, right? Hell, if I didn't know any better, I'd think this was about the current person sitting in the White House. But the scary thing is, it's not. These are bits and pieces of this country's Declaration of Independence. Woo! But hold up. Why is it that in the so-called land of the free, that this document that a bunch of ancient white dudes wrote over 200 years ago is suddenly relevant again? Yes, that's right, Karen. This brown girl knows her American history. Do you? Clearly, you voted this thing in. You need to brush up on a few things. It seems you found ourselves in a situation. Somehow,
Yeah, I like how it's
we
pick it up.
someone in
Pick
the
it
power
up.
that stands for division, hate, bigotry, intolerance, and just plain ignorance. I have watched this country transform before my eyes, growing under leadership which
Look at it,
demonstrated
it's in there, it's
poise,
gonna wonder.
respect, and unity, and now forming an image of something I don't even recognize anymore. I miss being able to feel like everything was going to be okay, regardless of what was going on in the world. Now, thanks to the person in power, it feels like I've been abandoned, left on my own to fend for myself. Correct me if I'm wrong,
That's
but that is
probably
not how the President
too much.
of the United States should make his people feel. I refuse to accept the fact that he's compliant with white supremacists. I refuse to let hatred dominate the open wounds of this country. I refuse to disregard science and the health of my fellow Americans. I refuse to stand by and let my black brothers and sisters be targeted for the color of their skin. I refuse to be intimidated, and most importantly, I refuse to be silent about it. I deserve better. We are entitled to better. We demand better. We have been petitioning,
fatty out here,
marching,
God.
protesting, and fighting, but now it's time to evict this asshole
That's
from
what
the
my
White
mind
House.
wants. Oh, was it?
Let anyone
Okay.
tell you that your voice isn't important. I get that you wouldn't want to cater to or partake in a system that has made you feel invisible,
I don't have
that
enough
has
time
beat
for
you
children
down,
anyways.
and made you question your
Looks
worth.
like there's some notes in there
Remember,
that burned.
the only reason the
Careful.
system treats you as such is because they never want you to discover your true potential. You are such powerful entities, And though it may seem insignificant, you have so much power in that single sheet of paper. And if you don't know how else would they be trying so goddamn hard to make voting difficult for us? This is our country. We decide how things run around here, not some orange bigoted freak. This message goes out to Donald fucking Trump. I am now of voting age, and it is my civic duty to cast my ballot for someone I believe stands for and expresses what is our collective interest as a people. And if you are of voting age, it's yours too. I am part of the most diverse,
Do I have what?
accepting, and inclusive generation this country
I don't know what that
has
is.
ever seen. It is our time to show the world that we want a better America.
I don't know what that is. What the
I'll
fuck?
give you this. If you are here with us today,
Brooklyn?
by internet trolls, take that same
I can't even hear what you're saying, honestly, because she's fucking loud. What are you saying? Poncho? I don't know what that is. No, what is that?
What? What's he saying? Say it again.
Poncho?
Fonto.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Robert.
Is that what we're calling trees now? Foncho?
Oh no. We're talking gibberish. No one knows. No one knows what you're talking about.
Our republic, our democracy, I pledge my allegiance to great peril.
I want to know though. What is it? What is this shit? Let me get some.
Yeah, really. Now you got to tell us what that shit is. Now you got to tell us what that shit is. What?
Mix it with your weed, it makes it very slow when you go to bed.
Let me see what it says on there.
This is not, it says hot tobacco.
So what? It's just like tobacco. It's like a funny, basically. You just straight up putting tobacco in with your weed? We don't do that. Not unless you're real desperate. Yeah, I mean, if you got just a little and it has to go a long way. Word. Okay, we'll try honey next time. It has the same effect, but it's not gonna do for you like what tobacco does, though, right? That's gonna make you.
I did the honey.
It just slows it down. It slow burns it. Yeah. Or you could just roll the blunt.
I stopped smoking blunts. I roll straight papers also.
But then you're putting a little tobacco in it, though. So they do it in Europe, I guess.
Yeah, you're fucking overthinking it out here.
Yeah.
Good vibes. Blaze it. That's all you gotta know.
It is properly the fight to ensure that all Americans live in a nation that is free, democratic, and just. A nation where the citizens do not cast for air under the foot deal of the top, where the poor are not at the mercy of the rich, where the woman is not subjugated to the will of the man, where no race or ethnicity is subordinate to another, where our gender and sexual identity is not put at risk of ostracism, destitution, or violence. Donald J. Trump, as a sworn enemy of Black Lives Matter, stands in opposition to all those things that truly make America great. Instead, he stands for our sins, our robbing of the natives of this continent, our kidnapping and enslavement of the natives of another, our oppression of the poor, our bigotry, and our past and continuing imperialist ventures. Instead of helping us to make amends for and transcend those evils, we celebrate and perpetuate them. For him, fight is our virtue, and vice versa. For we try to build a more perfect union, we try to deface the one we already have. My fellow Americans, all of my fellow Americans, if you can't or won't do anything else to help this struggle, at least send this message to Mr. Trump this November. You are fired! Send out that message with such overwhelming might that even all the leaders
No,
of
it's somewhere around here.
power will not be
Good
enough
luck.
to rig the election. And if he still refuses to admit defeat and vacates the White House by noon on January the 20th,
be funds
as
that
per
we put
our
together for these
Constitution,
kind of things.
I call upon Congress,
People
the
march on
courts,
its
the
stomach.
Secret Service,
And I guess in our
and
case, on their
armed
lungs.
forces, and if all else fails, the American people to carry
should be
out
jaybirds
the
that they give out,
by
you know?
whatever means are necessary.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. Blunt block.
That day will instead be recorded in the history books as the day our republic ended. But
Blunt block
remember,
and all.
our struggle cannot end with the vote. All we can do is
our situation but getting worse. It may be so that a fish rots from the head down, but after cutting off the head, we'd still be left with a rotting fish. Over 100 years ago, Emma Goldman observed, history tells us that every oppressed class aims in true liberation from its masters through its own efforts. We cannot rely on the judges or politicians to free us from our shackles, especially when in many cases they were the very ones who helped forge new links on them. It is up to us to march onward to our liberation. The elite will only seize their powers when we have pushed their backs against the wall. If we are strong and they are smart, no violence will be necessary, but we must be strong. As for Malcolm X, power never takes a back step, only in the face of more power.
Dope politics.
However, remember that once
Quoting Emma
we give out
Goldman,
power,
Malcolm
it
X.
will be power
Okay, yeah, that's good
wisely.
volunteers.
Liberty means taking one's
Good
fate
people
in one's
in the
own
organization.
hands. The current elite have in these last few years clearly demonstrated their total inability to intelligently manage society. But we still have to prove that we can do better. The ruling class believes that us ordinary people are simply incapable of being responsible for our own community, of determining our own interests, of ensuring the trash gets collected and the toilets clean without their divine guidance. I believe that they are wrong. We can prove them wrong. I have faith in my fellow human beings that we can all step up to the plate, given a chance. A better world is possible! From the letters of Frederick Douglass,
Being
in
better at my
thinking of
dinging.
America, I sometimes find myself admiring her bright blue sky, her grand old woods, her fertile fields, her beautiful rivers, her mighty lakes, and star-crossed monuments. But my rapture is soon checked, my joy is soon turned to mourning, when I remember all that is cursed with the infernal spirit of slaveholding, robbery, and wrong. When I remember that
See the homie biker over there with the new white light, but I don't see the rest of the bikers.
He was at Times Square earlier, yeah.
I see him over there. I don't see the rest of the bikers there.
No, I mean, that's the thing. I think a lot of the people went over to the jail civil.
Let us, the American people, cleanse this nation of its transgressions. Let us exorcise its demons. Let us atone for its wrongs. Let us make whole those who we have robbed. Let us build a country we can justly be proud of. Let oppression may be turned to freedom. Division transformed to solidarity. Grief transmuted to joy. Then we can finally honor the last words of John Brown. This is a beautiful country!
That was pretty dope.
The John Brown quote.
Yeah, John Brown,
Emma
Emma
Goldman,
Malcolm X,
died.
Frederick Douglass.
Biden. Here's Jay Woo. Jay Woo 93 Instagram.
Nicely done, comrade.
Mic check.
Nicely done.
Very
Like
good.
the
Very
quotes.
good. Thank you.
I guess it's the moment that you're least sure of yourself is put the greatest effort into making
Day
sure
one.
that you do it right.
I was
Well,
saying now,
remember,
I've
the
been here
revolution
for
is
like
going to render us all heroes,
130-something
aren't,
days.
isn't it? We're all going to have to step up.
I say every day when we walk down these streets and protest, I
been
imagine
arrested
one day
already,
we'll be
like,
walking
3
down the
times.
streets again, not as
And
protesters, we will be
I've been
walking
doing
down
jail
this,
support ever since.
this street
You know? And I
as
want
a
to say
as a
that
ticker tape parade of the heroes of the revolution.
the
I
system,
love that.
no matter
I'll
what
be
they
with
do,
you, brother.
It will never hold me in. And I'm still going to be fighting. I could get arrested right now, tomorrow. I'll come out the next day doing the same thing. And supporting my peoples, you know, and my country. I want to read y'all a little something that I have wrote down.
Oh, cool. Jay Woo, this dude, the speaker's been out 150 days, 149 days. Seen him out here every day.
All right. People of New York City, my name is Jay, and I am here today to speak to you about the BLM movement and the events of this year that have cast a long shadow over the future of our world. When the protests first broke many months ago, following the murder of George Floyd, society fundamentally changed. Those 8 minutes and 46 seconds became a shot heard around the world.
Gotta get some chapstick, bro. It's the next move.
Metaphorical line in the sand against fear, injustice, inequality, and the tyranny. We as a city, as a people,
Scooter
as a
whole
nation
operation.
decided on that day, we will not stand idly by any longer as our brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, friends, and loved ones. And the, what was, oh, sorry. By a broken system fueled by money and control, not liberty and justice. In many regards, the dynamic is nothing new. It has always been the case. Arguably, domination is a basic facet of nature and the human condition. The powers subjugate and the powerless, the strong prey on the weak, the rich become richer, and the expense of the poor. But our species is also capable of noble and selfless altruism. This year has broken society down to its foundation and revealed the cracks that would have eventually collapsed our homes. Has also presented a rare chance to atone for the sins of our fathers and start anew, to fix and rebuild something much better, kinder, more equitable in our current place, world. A new, damn, I keep forgetting what I wrote.
All right, guys.
In our modern digital society, the tables have fundamentally
I did. It was
shifted
powerful.
in ways that many of us
My name is Joe.
have yet to fully realize.
David, pleasure to meet you.
With the invention of the internet, smartphones, and
That's
social
why it
media,
was so good.
About my mother, who was
the
an
entirety of
alcoholic.
human
She died
knowledge
from alcohol
sits on the
poisoning.
device
And before I could get
long
the proper
enough
clothes,
to
she was gone.
fit in
So I
our
gave myself
pocket.
permission to give
We
myself
have the
clothes.
power
The phone
now
goes
to
something like
change
this.
the
Mother,
trajectory
why do you drink
of
like that? Oatmeal
collective
hard
future.
enough to play dominoes with.
But there is
Mother,
still
why
so
do you
much
drink like that?
work to
Gin
be
and
done.
tonic, you say?
We have
Mother,
never been
why do you
so
drink like that?
connected
Man gone,
to
man
one
wrong,
another
man dead wrong.
as we are now.
Mother, why do you drink
and
like
yet
that?
also
Gin and tonic, you say?
divided.
Mother, why do you drink like that?
Make
Black
no
and blue
mistake.
marks, they cover your arms, back, legs, and face. Mother, why do you
Make
drink
no
like
mistake.
that? Gin and tonic, you say? Mother, why do you drink like that? Man gone,
These
man
are
wrong, man dead wrong.
intentional
Mother, why do you drink like that?
and by
Children
design
hiding
unity
belts
of
for
the
wellspring,
people
God will
is
do
the
that.
greatest
Mother, why do you drink like
possible
that?
threat
Gin
to
and
the
tonic, you
status,
say? Mother, why do you drink like
True.
that? Man gone, man wrong,
their power
man dead
and
wrong.
control
Mother,
over
why do you
us
drink
is,
like that?
however,
Children
an
all grown
illusion
up
that
now.
we have
Mother,
collectively
why do you drink like that?
brought
Mother,
into
why do you
for
drink like that?
far too long.
That was really good.
I'm donating.
We got alcoholism running in our family also.
I need to donate.
So that spoke deeply to me.
We got like $1 for you.
Please help me, bro. I gotta get underwear. I promise. I live in this fucking park. I'm the bro. Hold up.
Many of
I
us
own
have
that.
already
I
woken
own
up
that.
to the ugly reality hidden behind the veil. Still more and are beginning
That was a good poem.
Yeah, but I'm really
Alcoholism runs in my family also, so that
My
spoke
mother,
deep
when
to me.
when she died from that shit, let me tell you something. My whole fucking world fell apart over fucking night. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I have 8 other brothers. They were back shit. I mean, they're older than me. I'm the youngest. Ian Pintel. I said Ian Pintel. That's who I am. And bro, it was like having some sort of out-of-body experience moving on the water at the same time. That's how I felt.
I lost my daddy last year, so I understand.
She would not stop drinking. No matter. I used to break the bottles, hide the bottles, scream at her, have fights with her. She wouldn't stop.
Free my fucking brother Joker.
It's up to us. Maybe it's up to us to heal what's left of our family.
Oh, you know what, bro? I'm gonna tell you right quick. We don't have a fucking choice. And the collective, that's we don't have a choice, bro. You better get ready, put on your big boy drawers, because it's coming. I'll be back, y'all.
Peace,
Thank
man.
you.
Babe, sorry, homie cut off speech. I like that dude who's speaking. Jay Woo, 93, Instagram. Check him out. He's got sweet pictures. homie. Been out here.
Next up, we got Ron. Well, that was a real situation, man. All right.
Yeah, I wish I heard what he said. Look, I gotta rewatch my VOD. I don't even know if the audio picked it up. But that poem was good too.
Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump!
All right, I love the energy. Your energy is great. It's beautiful. Thank you. My name, fuck all politics. Let's go. Anyway, my name is Prom. And I'm an organizer. I'm an activist. I'm an American descendant of slavery. I'm a reparationist. And I'm also one of the many voices out here in these streets who have been unrepresented, mistreated, and I'm here for the community and my people. So, that being said, Trump is a part of the problem. He's a big part of the problem, and yet he holds the highest seat in the White House. He is the problem. There we go. He's a part of self-enrichment, bribery, and what else?
Oh, really? Is it a front loader? Is that where the batteries in the front?
Batteries, I guess, are in the whole deck.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
talks about law and order.
Yeah.
But yet, his whole administration has a bunch of criminals.
Yeah, what's that? How much is that one?
He is one of the biggest criminals. He is a white supremacist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought
Now he's told
it's
to take those Proud Boys to work. Stand back
No, I'm about to
and
say
stand down.
I mean, different shape.
Let that sink in.
Yours
Blatantly on national TV.
yeah, well, mine's a little bit more bold.
Are we surprised? I'm not.
But like, yeah, it's a little bit more like Michael Haley style.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This one's kind of like that old.
Founded
Yeah,
on
White
the
Rocket, yeah.
foundation of white supremacy.
but yeah, this is the
And he is
this
the
is like
epitome of white supremacy, racism, and discrimination in this country.
When you get to the higher end stuff, like there's like they're barely like
So with that being said, he came up with a platinum plan which was supposed to speak to my people, black people. And as far as I'm concerned, that was nothing but a wooden plan. That plan was shit.
My friends like raised money to get it. Like
It wasn't worth nothing. It had no economic teeth to it
I play
at
music, so
all.
like
Right? And as I said,
like it's funny.
again, I'm a reparationist. I'm an American descendant of slavery, so I gotta
I go
represent for
20.
my
I mean, I
people.
hit max
Black
time,
people.
but I
I'm
wish
here
I
for
wish.
black
I don't think
economic
I would ever really go any
empowerment,
faster. Yeah.
black liberation, and I'm here for the community as well. My allies, supporters, you people, everyone, each and every one
Yeah.
of you out here are part of the struggle. Whether you black or non-black, I see that y'all out
Used to be
here.
your
and y'all
enemy.
part of the struggle to get Trump the fuck up out of here. That's what we out here for. We out here to get Trump the fuck up out of here. Make
Did you
some
bust your
noise,
ass?
come on.
Yeah, I rode in the rain and done I learned that lesson and and that was recent actually.
This
My most recent
protest
spill was,
should lead to policy.
it is, yeah. Well, it's hard to. I mean, catch yourself doing it off. You can pull it out, especially me wearing this. I was wearing a
This
raincoat at that point.
demonstration of us marching down to Trump Towers and being here as a united front in the community should lead to legislation for the
Right, I
community.
don't.
Demonstration to
Well, I mean,
legislation.
we're not going for this. I mean,
From
yeah.
protests to policies. Let me say that again.
Any,
That
barely.
sounded like I was
11
feeling
miles,
it.
maybe. What's yours?
From
But
demonstration
your board's probably how much?
to
Like, mine's 20
legislation.
pounds. Hold this thing.
and include that legislation with reparations for American descendants of slavery. Thank you. It's my people and my ancestors who built this country on the backs of free
We
labor.
got a little bit more agility in here, I guess.
When cotton was king, my ancestors was the one picking
Yeah,
the
that's what I did,
cotton
didn't I?
and made the country into this nation as big as well.
Usually they come hand in hand, but not today.
He says, make America great again. It was my ancestors who made this country great. Let's go. I fuck with you. Thank you. That being said, I want to end with this. We're not out here to just fight the power. Stay with me. We've been fighting it for so long. Whenever I'm in a fight, I saw my brother right here. He was with the shits. We want to win. So when we fight the power, we want to win and we want to be the power. We fight the power so we can be the power. Power to the people. 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 When we be the power, we have the power to get Trump the fuck up out of here. We have the power to grant legislation for American descendants of slavery. Reparations for them. For the community. For people like you, your average, everyday Joe and Jane, who are the working class, and who also help with this country's economy. Right? So again, don't just fight the power, be the power, so that we can make change to unfuck the world. We here to unfuck the world, and Trump has been fucking this world ever since I can remember. He's a big part of the power. All power to the people. Is today a good protest? Is today a good day to protest? Hell yeah! Is today a good day to protest? Let me fucking hear you. Let's go. Let's get Trump the fuck up out of here. That's my time. My name is Prime, like Prime Time, and you can follow me at Prime_legendary. Thank you. I'm a black man, and I'm a proud American descendant of slavery. Thank you, y'all. We appreciate you.
Yeah, if the title is misleading, this is in Manhattan, Washington Square Park. It's Refuse Fascism event. It was called Love Trump's Hate.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Say her name! Say his name! George Floyd! Say her name!
Breonna Taylor.
Say his name! George Floyd! How are you beautiful people? I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad that we're all here together. I just want to say, to begin, I just want to say, one of the last talks, she said, we can walk through that door. And I just want to let us know that that door is definitely there, and it is needed, and we have to do it. All of us, every single person here is a human rights activist. Okay? Every single person. I just got blessed, thank God, I just got this internship with Okwa Tomidi, who is the co-founder of the Black Lives Matter movement. And I just, what I want to say is, you, my people, we have to stay in the fight. We have to because we are needed. We are needed in places they don't want us. We are needed in the offices, in the schools, in the parks. We need to be watching out for things. Because guess what? The police are not. They need us. We protect us. Okay. So I wanted to say, today I want to talk about like black women and how we're disrespected as black women. I'm an educated black woman.
I went to Brooklyn College, and now I'm in master's school at John Jay. Thank God for the CUNY system. I'm an out-of-state student from Louisiana, but I made it possible through CUNY. Thank the Lord. When you enter those rooms that you have worked so hard for as a young adult, there will be people that will disrespect you on purpose to get a reaction. Those people want a reason to disqualify you. Let me tell you something. There's no one in this world, not another white man, not another police officer, not another racist, that can take that away from you. No one. Oh, you're welcome. So the other day I was in Bensonhurst. I was working in Bensonhurst for something with the COVID office. And I was walking down the street, and a white man kind of bumped into me. I guess he just didn't see his face. So I was just walking, la 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 la, and then he just bumps into me, like running through. And I said, "Watch out, you douchebag." The white guy comes back and tries to get in my face. He gets in my face. We're like this. In that moment, I saw myself punching him in the face. Because guess what? Black women are also, majority of the time, victims of domestic violence.
That's a fact.
And I had to think about what I'm here on this earth for. I cannot let anyone try to provoke me or do anything like that to take away our purpose. This purpose is for us all.
If we did?
It's for my children, your children, the grandchildren, the Asians, the Hispanics. It's for all of us. And we all have to fight for this.
I hope so. I want that, yeah. Right? It's enough people. Good amount of and like the crowd
One thing I noticed a lot since I've been
peaceful.
working, or since I just started, which is just this month, honestly, it's been a lot. There's a lot of people who say Black Lives Matter, but the Black Lives Matter movement doesn't. That is a lie from the enemy, and that is a lie, and we cannot believe that. That is a statement to divide and a statement of division. If we are going to do this and be successful at it, we need to be together. Together. There is no black person that's better than anyone else. There's no Nigerian that's better than any other Nigerian. There's no Asian that's better than any other Asian. We have to be together.
Today for the first ride. Not bad. Even though the batteries are low.
And I guess I should end this
All right,
with,
peace.
when you do this and when you know who you are and what you're placed on this earth for, because of what your ancestors have went through and everything else, when you know that and you walk in that knowledge, people will call you ignorant, angry, defiant, all these names. But guess what? That's not what you are. You are someone who's walking in their truth. You are someone who has faith when no one else does not. You are someone who hasn't given up hope when everyone in this country wants us to give up hope.
worst freaking cold day that we've had. So thank you guys for withering this and showing up, because that's what we really need to do, is show up. I wrote this song called Stronger Together in 2017 after number 45 was elected. I saw my country divided. I'm immigrant, I'm Muslim, I'm Indian. I have everything that he doesn't want. They placed a ban on my people. A fucking ban! It's ridiculous. And I'm tired of it. And this song, even though I wrote it 4 years ago, it still rings true today. We are stronger together, even if we're 6 feet apart. So, here it goes. Stronger together. Oh! Not it. I know the song. Big one wrong. I wasn't ready for this sadness. I wasn't ready for these tears. I wasn't ready for this madness, no. I wasn't ready for these fears. Now I'm stuck in this mindset, and I thought I trusted these people to stick up for together. Thank you all so much for having me.
Thank you. We got 2 more speakers. Up next is Future. Hey, what's going on, New York City? How you doing? I'm feeling like I know where Wolf is. Who wants to show that our nation is in distress right now? Here we go. All right. So, my name is Matt. I go by Future and Flux. You can follow me.
Oh, that same sweater.
But I also want to give a really quick shout out to NYC protest coverage. They may or may not be here right now. They're an absolutely fantastic resource. If you want to see what's going on, share it to your friends. Look them up on Instagram. They got a podcast also. It's absolutely fantastic. Gotta give them a shout out. So, you know, like I said, my name is Matt. I'm a 35-year-old white dude. What the fuck am I doing up there, right? Well, first of all, I want to say, as a Delta millennial, I grew up, I watched 9/11 happen. I watched my country under attack in real time on TV with all my peers. Our generation, we've seen some shit. But I want to say something to the folks that are about my age when that went down, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. You're all absolute fucking warriors, and I want you to give yourselves a round of applause right fucking now. Because you deserve it. I was down there at City Hall, side by side with you guys, especially the trans kids who are absolute badasses, beautiful fucking badasses, staring these cops down in the face and saying, no. Active defiant. What I want to see. But, so I'm up here right now because, like I said, I'm a white guy from the suburbs, but I figure if these cops can come into your neighborhoods and terrorize them, I can come in and help you guys defend them. That's what I'm here to do. We are stronger together. And really quick, I also want to, anybody ever hear the name Clifford Grover? Say his name. Say his name. 1973 in South Jamaica, he was a 10-year-old black kid. He was shot in the back by a police officer. That police officer's partner was my uncle, watched it happen and covered it up until it came out. Thomas Shea was put on trial for murder. Can you guess what happened? He was acquitted. He shot the kid in the back and he was acquitted. For what reason? Because he was a fucking white police officer, and this was a 10-year-old black kid, and nobody was standing up for their lives. His life mattered back then, his life matters now, and black lives matter now, and they always will. I spent a lot of time down at City Hall, and weathered a few attempts by the police to push us out of there. We pushed them back every time, until that one night when there was about a dozen people left in the park and they sent in 700 fucking cops to finally do it. That's what it took. Because we stood strong, we believed in what was going on down there, and it was our unity that they were scared of. White people, Hispanic people, black people, Asian people, atheists, Jews, Muslims, Christians, everybody coming together for a common cause, and that cause is human fucking rights. Right. And the police were against that. They did not want us to be successful at what we were doing down there. It's our unity that absolutely terrifies them.
What's your name?
That's what segregation was all about throughout history. Keeping us apart so we don't make friends with each other. You don't sit next to the guy on the bus. You can't strike up a conversation. You're never going to go over to their house. You're not going to find out what their story is. You're not going to become friends. You're not going to fall in love. You're not going to care what happens to them. That's the fucking point. I'm from out on Long Island, one of the most segregated areas of the country. I see it happen all the time. You go look at the roads and the traffic lights in Hempstead versus Garden City 1 mile away, and the difference is pretty fucking stark. That's segregation. That's redlining. And I'm here to say, I'm fucking tired of it. All I want is my black brothers and sisters, brothers, and all the others to have the same opportunities that I have had as a white man growing up in America. Is that such a radical idea? No, this is what we're all supposed to be equal and on the same playing field. And on paper, sure, that's really nice, but we all know that that's not how it plays out. So we got to get into fucking office and we got to change this shit. It's us. It's not the people that are already there. They're running off of the power that they already have. And they count on you to say, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. Well, guess what? It is. Because you know what? All of us together here, we can make the world stop. And we have. I saw it out in the street. We got in the way. We stopped fucking New York City in its goddamn trap. I got arrested for the first time in my life outside of the Barclays Center on May 28th. The first night shit really went down. I got arrested because I called the captain a chicken shit pussy pig right to his face. It felt good, but you know what? At the time, it wasn't the right thing to do. I was angry, and all I wanted to do was vent that anger. There was no organization. It was chaos. The police were able to come in and arrest dozens of us. I spent 10 hours in the jail cell, but they didn't know how to work the fucking computer for that many people. Thank you, Bruce. I love you too, bro. So I learned a lot sitting in that jail cell talking to people that night. That a lot of my preconceptions were wrong. Other folks learned that their preconceptions were wrong. And you know what? It's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Which means you gotta drag your family and friends into this. Somebody else said earlier, they say some stupid shit, call it out for it. Make them uncomfortable. Don't enable that behavior. Don't roll your eyes at it. Call them out at Thanksgiving. Or over the Zoom call, however we're gonna do it this year. You know what I mean? But you gotta put them on blast in front of everybody else. That's accountability. That's the only reason these cops are finally starting to show them. If that happened with Derek Chauvin and George Floyd in Minneapolis, and there was no video footage, do you think this would even be happening right now? No, there was accountability, and guess what? We are the media. The media only gives a shit when there's shit burning down. If it bleeds, it leads. Right? They don't want to see this, peaceful protest going on right now. A bunch of us standing in the park, hanging out, having a conversation. That doesn't make headlines. But you know what? Every time that I've streamed it, when I'm going all the way back to the protest, back at the right after Trump got elected, the protest at JFK Airport, I was streaming it just on a whim, and a bunch of people messaged me and they said, that really inspired me. I had no idea this was going on. So guess what? Every time you're out protesting, right here, right now, in the future, in a week and a half, it's going to get wild. I know it is. Get those cameras out. Show it to your friends. Show them that you're here. And if it gets your family and your friends pissed off at you, good. You should be pissing them off right now because guess what? You are on the right side of history, and you are the resistance.
Apparently it's gonna rain.
What's good, y'all? My name is Sable. I'm with RefuseFascism.org, and you are in the right place. Yeah! This is absolutely right. And the fact of the matter of this, Black Lives Matter and Trump Pence out now together. These two things both together. These are not separate issues. And right now, we are facing a rolling coup. Donald Trump is not setting out to steal the election. He is stealing it right the fuck now. Right. When you look at 12-hour lines in Georgia and Virginia and black and brown neighborhoods and Democrat areas, that is voter suppression. When you hear him say that his MAGA thugs are going to be rolling through with their guns to intimidate, voter intimidation, that is to stop people from voting. When they're in Michigan making these robocalls and telling people they can't vote, that is voter suppression. This is how a coup happens. And it's happening right in front of us. And while everybody must vote, and we must overwhelm them at the polls, Biden must win by an overwhelming majority. It will not be enough. I'm really sorry to say it. But like my brother just said, it's gonna get hot in these streets. He's already told us he will not accept the results if he loses. He will say that it's rigged. And we cannot allow it. And the people in the streets is how we change the political equation. What we are doing right now, but with more and more people, mass, sustained, nonviolent protest that grows and does not stop, making the demand Trump Pence out now is how we stop this. That is how coups are stopped. That is how regimes are thrown out. That is how hated rulers are removed. So we cannot just sit back and be lulled by the polls that say Biden is ahead. We saw that before, right? We cannot be lulled by what he's doing. We cannot be intimidated. What happened today? A lot of people went up there. There's this pro-Trump rally that rolled through. This is intimidation. This is what they are trying to do, and we cannot be intimidated. We have to come out stronger. Look, in June and July, I know all of you guys have been out because I've been hearing you. In June and July, we ran these streets. We ran these streets. The MAGA thugs were back in their houses. They did not come out. They were out at the beginning of the pandemic. Remember when they stormed Michigan State House? But when the people rose up, when people saw what happened to George Floyd and they came out, and we were out in the streets, in numbers people hadn't seen since the 1960s, they were hiding. There are more of us than there are of them. There are more of us than there are of them. And all the beauty of our diversity and our different backgrounds and the things that we are fighting for is what is going to help us. It's the beauty of what we're fighting for and why we will not accept Trump's America. Because Trump's America is 545 kids who still haven't been reunited with their parents. Trump's America is the Muslim ban. Trump's America is open white supremacy that upholds Confederate monuments and the Confederacy as a whole. Trump's America is when we come out and we say Black Lives Matter, we're called terrorists and thugs. They release rubber bullets on us and the tear gas and send feds into Portland. That's what Trump's America is. And if we thought these last 4 years were bad, if he remains in power, it will be a fucking nightmare for humanity. It will be a fucking nightmare for humanity. And this Amy Coney Barrett nomination, y'all see this shit? Not only is she a Christian theocrat, I'm not talking about being a Christian. Your personal religious belief, that's fine. But when you want to rule and make it a theocracy and take away women's right to choose what to do with our own bodies, oh hell no. You're not about to do that. Nobody is going to decide what a woman can do with her own body. This woman is an anti-LGBTQ. She wants to take away gay marriage. Y'all know Pence joked about hanging all the gays. This is the future they want to bring into being. And if we don't want that future, we are going to have to get out in these streets and demand their removal. Like I said, we should vote in overwhelming numbers and defeat them at the polls, but it is not enough, and we're going to have to come in these streets and feel our power. This is where our power is. Do y'all feel that? In these streets is where our power is. When people came out in June and July, we saw more change than we had seen in the past 20 years. People have been lobbying to get that Confederate flag taken off of the Mississippi state flag. They have been lobbying to pull down Confederate statues for 2 months in the streets and them shits came down. That's what the people in the streets can do. And that is how you remove a fascist regime. They are fascists. And they are fighting to remain in power. This is why he's calling out his MAGA thugs. This is why he's telling them to stand by, like he told the Proud Boys. He is going to unleash them on us. But if we actually get the people to come in the streets and we overwhelm them, then we have a shot, y'all. We got to get the people back in the streets the way they were in June and July. We got to get more than that. We got to get more than that. So we need to put our heads together. Again, I'm going to refuse fascism. We're calling for daily demonstrations right now. Not waiting until the 3rd, the 4th. We're doing it right now. Daily demonstrations, daily protests. Let's get creative. Let's do some things that make some noise. Let's do some things where people are going to take notice. Come talk to me. Follow us, Refuse Fascism NYC, so that we can get connected. Come talk to me though. Let's exchange numbers. Let's figure out how we're going to go out in these streets in these next 10 days before the, I don't even know how many days now. 9 days? 9 days. We got 9 days to make a splash and call the people out who are sitting at home scared, stressed, worried, hating all of this. but don't think there's anything they can do except vote. We got to tell them there's more that we can do and there's more that we have to do. And we can be the ones to draw them out. All right, we got to get in these streets. Are y'all with me? All right, I'm going to do one chant and then I'm going to hand it off. Are y'all ready?
But I was like, oh my God.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right the fuck now.
Right the fuck now.
Right the fuck now.
Right the fuck now.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Ah.
Hey, brothers and sisters, you guys know me, right? Yeah. You know I love you. All right? Well, let's remind you, when we took this on, we tied it up here and we just saw. Take it on the United States. We know now. That man, Tim out. All right? That's stupid. They're always like, delegate, close count. And we need to reach out to these students.
We have no reason to go that way.
All right? And with their hearts and minds. Get those things to do so you can get back to work this. I've been a part of every single action this country ever fought. Ever since justice. I came home from now and got spit on. I hated it. So I went back to now. Because I was out. I came back home and hid in the woods 8 years. Because my own family was scared to face my nephew. Brothers and sisters. Their friend got killed. None of them killed in the town that. Like killed like a soldier. And they lied to me. We only do it for the Reverend Copper. Our interest. We build prisons. Make money on other people's suffering. Worldwide. We're doing that. It's called slavery. I am a passenger descendant. I have been subjected to slavery. Every race has. You must all learn to take the color out of the situation totally. That's their teaching. That's their goddamn false teaching. It keeps us divided. We're united, we stand under one nation and one God. I still believe in that. No man or woman should take another man's core from each other. You can teach them yours. They choose to make things that's okay. Free will. And us people have had no free will in this nation for so fucking world. And we're all hungry. But where is everybody? The ones that really put the action in eye on me there to get a hotel. Victoria, we fuck everybody. That makes people lose trust in the action. We need to build another deal when we do that. Get our mother and fathers out and get the truckers unions. They won't join us and cut their fucking line.
There wasn't a lot of people, but we marched. We were on the street.
Thank you guys for letting me vote. It really means a lot to me for people to come out and organize this. And can I have everyone's vote come to the front for it and interview the country. Thank you once again.
Picture. It's kind of dark though. Yep.
Power on, line in.
Power on.
If you haven't come talk to me yet and you want to get down with Refuse Fashion, then let's talk.
Oh shit, it's about to rain. Hopefully it just sprinkles. Oh, sorry, everyone. Alright, I was supposed to get a White Claw for the stream. Scared to get white girl wasted out here. Okay, I was wrong. I thought they were gonna march. But Refuse Fascism is they do things differently. I haven't really been paying attention to them recently though. So I guess it was good to check in, see that they're still around. Yeah, if it does start to rain more, I'm not gonna be able to bring my bikes. My bike. Brings my bike. Just cause like riding in the rain sucks. You get extremely wet. I and then your bike's extremely wet. And like you get weirdly wet, like your fucking tire splashes all your back and stuff. It's like riding in the rain kind of sucks. Might cramp my style a little bit. I don't know. Thankfully there's a subway system though. Effective subway system. Oh right, I got some snow boots too that I got last year, but it barely even snowed, and then when it was snowing, like it was like lockdown, I swear, or some shit. It was like the beginning of lockdown, coronavirus lockdown. So I was just inside anyways, and I didn't even I think I used my snow boots once, like just for fun, because I wanted to see them in the snow. Like one day, just walked around. And I think like my feet were sweating. Just like they're like too good of snow boots. Feet were too warm. But that's a good problem. Brother. Oh, right. I need to work on my British accent. Fucking, I swear those two people in Portland were talking with fake British accents. I was like giggling for like 10 minutes last night. Solid. Hello. Like, even if they claimed those were their real accents, I still think they were fake.
It's so fine. Well, I don't know. It's just like, the thing is that you don't know.
Interesting way to wear a scarf on your head like that. Some classy shit right there. Damn, I missed. There was supposed to be. I guess that's where everyone is today. There was supposed to be an activist summit. So, like, all of the activists, all of the different organizers in New York were supposed to meet up, like a big round table kind of idea, in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn, I think. And that was for like 5 hours or some shit. So, like, I mean, if it is an anarchist jurisdiction, that was like a consensus, you know? Like, all the anarchists come together and they agree on shared vision, you know? And so I'm curious, like, what happened with the activist summit. It seemed pretty interesting. But I was at, I don't know, you saw I was at Times Square. That took a while. And I came straight here kind of afterwards. But yeah, check out if anyone's interested. I'm interested. I'm gonna look at it later tonight. See what's up with I don't know, I guess like the New York Activist Summit. Because if that's also the case, it's kind of interesting that Refuse Fascism is here and not with all of the other organizers, not with all the other New York organizers. Because there has been like a rift, you know, I don't want to get into the details, but people don't like Bob Avakian, Avakian, I don't know, whatever his name is. But I like everyone on the streets that I've met with Refuse Fascism. Like, I've never had any issues with any of the people, but their ideology is a little too much for me, I'll just say. But, you know, I agree with their ideas, probably, just maybe not how they worship this guy. I think we should have heroes, though. Like, you know, like TK in Seattle, Queen Jean out here. There's actual heroes. And like this dude, Bob Avakian, whatever his name is, like if he would show up to these protests with the people, I would maybe support him a little more. But like, it's hard to support someone that you never see, you know? Like, I guess I've never seen Bernie Sanders, and I love that motherfucker. But that's, you know, that's a different story. And if like Bernie said there was a rally tomorrow, I would fucking show up. But yeah, okay, that's the other thing. I guess Bernie came to Brooklyn one time, but they said it was like sold out. There were like 20,000 people, and they were like turning people away. Yeah, I guess that's my hero, our hero for now. And that's like the other interesting thing. It's like, I swear, like 90% of people that protest are like Bernie supporters. Like, I mean, maybe now they're Biden supporters, but you know, like deep down, like if it was Bernie or Biden, like all the people protesting, fuck with Bernie. Most of them. I think we can agree on that. Like, speaking for myself, for sure. And like, that's the other thing. It's like, Bernie's not even like that special. He's not God. I mean, as if I believe in God, but you know. It's just a dude. He's not even that progressive. He was just a little more progressive. Dipping. Let me see. Check the chat real quick. What's up, Paul's Modeling Company? Thanks for all the bits, buddy. Appreciate it, dude. Been hooking me up. Honestly, like, I'm not even out here trying to beg for your paper or anything like that. So I appreciate it all. And sorry, like, I don't check the updates every second. I kind of wish I was able to. You know, I knew when you guys followed, when you guys subscribed and all that stuff. But it's hard to be, like, looking at my screen when there's, like, interesting stuff right in front of you, you know? Especially in Streamlabs, Like I can see the chat pretty well, but like all the alerts and stuff, like I have to slide the screen over. It takes me like a whole nother motion, which I'm probably not gonna do. I guess I'll ride over, see what's up with jail support. It's only a couple blocks away. Oh shit, it's actually raining. See the drops on the floor. Okay, maybe I will just go home. Boo. Yeah, this rain sucks. It kind of kills the vibe. It's like hard to want to ride into the rain away from the train station, you know? Hard to make that decision just to do some jail support. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, and like I don't support the people that got arrested. Like, I obviously support them 100%, but fuck, yeah, it's raining. Like, hopefully People's Bodega is out there, I'm assuming, holding it down for us. Yeah. Hopefully they are. What's going on? It's snowing there? So be thankful for the rain? No. Alright. Thankful for the rain. I mean, snow is better than rain though. Isn't it? Like it's prettier. Like rain is so generic. It's just like you're wet. Fucking muddy. But snow, it's like white Christmas, you know? It's like I grew up, you know, in like the Bay Area where it never snows. So you would have to go to like Lake Tahoe. You had to be rich to see the snow, you know? And so I guess there's like that element to it. But on the East Coast, yeah, and like in Chicago, it probably snows every day. Or what? You're like in Wisconsin or something, right? Now, well, I think you're somewhere in between Chicago and there, somewhere around there. Yeah, fuck being cold. I'm like a hot weather person. Like, fucking family lives in Hawaii, and I loved it. It's just like 80 degrees every day. I don't like wearing socks. I love socks. I don't like wearing them. Yeah, I mean, jail support's kind of like uneventful anyways. It's like people just kind of want to see police riots, cop riots anyways. Like, I think it's interesting, you know, you to cheer people coming out, especially like from the perspective of being arrested. Like when I was arrested, there was jail support, but not in huge numbers. Like seeing people in huge numbers when you come out, like I would think that would be an amazing feeling. Like I never got that, but if I was arrested, like I bet I would love that. Like, seeing people that actually cared about you waiting. And like in contrast to the fucking police, you know, it's like there's no jailer support. Like no one's fucking cheering them on after they've made arrests at the end of the day, you know. But people cheering you on, feeding you after you get locked up. Support that. Oh yeah. Gloves on.
Like overpromised by a
chili fingers.
That's what you mean. It's just a general term for debauchery.
We were born and raised in South Florida, so snow is really a novel thing for you every year. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get excited about... I mean, obviously, like, when you're in the city and it snows, it's disgusting. Like, I mean, not when it's snowing, like the first snow, you know? And the snowfall, it's beautiful, you know, on the little trees, on people's cars and shit. It's nice. But then living in the snow, like, you know, a couple days after it snowed, and it's just like all slushy and like rock salt all in the streets, you know, because they like put salt all in the pavement. Like fucking frozen dog shit, and like fucking the trash piles up because the garbage men don't want to work when it's snowing, I think. Like that, I don't know. But yeah, it gets kind of hellish. Oh cool, the skaters adapt. I love that. They come over where there's like a rain protection and they just keep on skating. That's cool. And that's the other thing, like people that are doing the jail support, it's underneath, the jail is underneath the bridge pretty much, like a block away from being underneath the bridge. Like the police are like literally trolls, like their department is underneath a bridge. That's where trolls live. And so I guess it's dry there. Staring at this light. You, right? But like evil trolls, you know, not like an internet troll where they just like say some fucking edgy things. Like they will snatch you up and take you under their little bridge, put you in a prison cell type of troll. Goblin. Speeches was actually really good though. I'm not sure if you heard, but the dude said I'm like a 35-year-old white guy, but he said that like he was the dude talking about the 10-year-old kid that got murdered in the Bronx or shot in the back, kind of like what Tamir Rice, like a similar story in the 70s. But he said that his uncle helped the guy get off, helped cover up the murder. Like, that's fucking crazy, dude. And then, like, imagine that. Like, you're the nephew or whatever. You got a dirty cop in your family. Like, and you get radicalized. Like, I love that. We need all of that every day. Like, if you have a dirty cop in your fucking family, like, say something. Speak up. That shit is not acceptable. Keep going. Fucking stupid ass. Turn down a one-way. Oysters for dinner. I don't know. How many oysters do you need to eat to be a meal? Like, that's not even a meal to me. You know, like rich people eating like black caviar. Like, how many spoonfuls of caviar is a meal? Like a fucking cereal bowl size? Like, I don't get it. Garlic. Dos Toros. I remember I went there when I came out to New York. It was like the only Mexican restaurant, I think. Some shit, one of them. Mexican food used to be hard to find out here. What kind of is? Yeah, I'm on my way out of here, by the way, stream. So, if you want to leave me any sweet messages, go for it. But pretty much nothing interesting is going to happen. Restaurant? What's your specialty, bro? I am definitely going to get a fish sandwich. That's going to make this train ride so much better. Oh yeah. I mean, that's what it is right there. That's real estate. It's like they put their restaurant right at the corner of the subway station. They got me fish sandwich and a train ride. Can't beat that. I mean, I should try what else they have. What else do they got out here? Cheesesteaks and shit. Okay. French fries. Maybe I'll get some French fries. I'm still kind of scared about like the papaya drink. I'm not really like a huge papaya fan. It's really nice. Is that what it is? Music is fart? Crank arm is coming off of the bottom bracket. I don't know, the bike makes like a weird sound when I pedal though. Or when I don't pedal. Like when I'm just coasting, it like makes like a rattling sound. I'm not really sure what it is. But I want to know what it is because it is annoying. It can't be stealthy. Short already?
Hey, what do you get, sir?
Can I get a fish sandwich and some French fries? Yeah. And some French fries?
You want to ketchup, lettuce, tomato?
On the sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. I was about to say on French fries. Sure. Other menu. Walk it up. You have a one-piece crank. Man, Music is Fart is like a bike expert out here. Well, this bike is like special. I mean, not. It's a single speed, but it's backward, you know, or whatever. You know, like when you turn the pedal backwards, it brakes. So I don't know what that's called. But so it's like, you know, like an old school, like a little big wheel. And then it has a front brake too. Coaster brake. Yeah. And like I think that's kind of like what the issue is, like why it rattles, just because, and this is used, but like I imagine, you know, you get it new and you probably like smash the shit out of that brake, you know? And so like I think that's what the rattling is. Like maybe they just mistreated it a little bit. But I don't know. Is the sound coming from the wheel? This is kind of interesting. Let's see. I don't know. I don't want to get this tripod. Maybe needs lube. Always. Sounds like it's the back tire, actually. Confused. back. Back tire somewhere. Maybe it's just like, yeah, maybe it's the chain rattling. Oh, boy, something to eat. Dirty lessons. Oh, maybe it's just this little piece of metal right here. Fuck you. Fuck me, fuck you. Honestly, it might just be this little piece of metal. I see it bouncing around. It looks like it would make some rattling sounds. Good. That's stupid. I think it's no big deal at all. What is that? Oh, I mean, it's just like this little piece of metal right here. I don't know what it is. But I think that's right. It looks like it would make a rattling sound for some reason, but I just have to tighten that. But it's like fucking stuck where it is. I think it's like misaligned, so it's not really moving right now. But yeah, if I got like a little, wrench or whatever, tighten that down or just unscrew it completely. Yeah, it doesn't look like it does anything. I don't really know what it's doing, but it's definitely annoying me.